sticker with frets. And they're meant to go on your violin. Hello there. A little while ago, when I was cruising the good old internet, I came across this. This is a Fiddle Fretter, and it's basically a sticker with tiny frets on it, which you stick on the fingerboard of your violin. Once installed, they're supposed to work like the frets on a guitar, which means you play in tune all the time. And with my intonation history, of course, I was intrigued. The reason I bought this Fiddle Fretter, or actually two Fiddle Fretters, because they come in a set of two, is because I intend to use it on my electric violin. I use my electric violin when I'm playing in a band, and with all the noise around you and the somewhat distorted sound of the violin itself, it can be quite a challenge to get every note exactly in tune. Plus, I'd rather enjoy performing instead of constantly worrying about intonation. So that's why I thought, why not have a go at this? This Fiddle Fretter has kind of a guitar style look, and the other one is matte and all black. Initially, I planned on only using the all black matte Fiddle Fretter because I like how it looks and I don't want my violin to look like a mini guitar. Because these Fiddle Fretters feel so different and because I'm curious how they compare, I do want to try them both. So I'll put the all black one on my electric violin and the shiny one with the funky guitar dots on it on my acoustic violin. And yes, they are supposed to be easily removable, so I don't have to leave it on for too long. So let's find out. Here we are again. I think the frets on my electric violin look super fancy. And here's what it looks like on my acoustic. I'm not really a fan of how shiny it looks, if I'm honest, but it looks quite funky. Well, time to find out how it actually plays. That was actually very easy. Well, it is working, but it is definitely easier to play here than it is to play here. I'm noticing that when you're getting really high, the frets are mainly in the way. So what I'm most curious about is how does shifting and vibrato sound? So let's do a bit of shifting. Bumpy as well. Slightly bumpy and the E string. That's funny, shifting is much less noticeable on the E string. Well, you can do vibrato, but it is quite subtle. I'm also noticing that the margin to make a mistake is quite big, especially in first position. For example, if I'm making the note B and I'm placing my first finger exactly on the fret, it sounds like a B. If I put my fingers slightly flat, like this, it still sounds like a B. Even flatter. Okay, here the note is going slightly flat. Another example for the note G. On the fret, it's a G. Slightly lower. It's still a G. Even lower. Okay, now it's going flat. Without frets, your finger needs to be spot on. And with the frets, you can be, well, maybe 3-4 millimeters flat and you're still playing in tune. Well, this won't apply higher up, of course, but in first position, it really helps. Practicing this piece for a little while now, and playing it with frets now feels weird. The frets are actually kind of in the way. So here we have the old black fiddle fretter. So the frets on this one will probably not be distracting like the other one, but the question is, do they actually work if you hardly feel them? So let's find out. You don't feel the frets at all, so only your ears can tell you if you're on the right spot. Sounds slightly bumpy. Let's play a B again. And now a slightly flatter B. And now slightly flatter. Okay, with these frets it's way harder to play in tune because you just don't feel the frets. That also means that there is almost no room for mistakes. I can go maybe 1 millimeter flat and still be in tune, but any more and it's out of tune. So here are my final thoughts on the fiddle fretter. Yes, they both work, but if you want to have frets on your violin in order to help you with playing in tune, this one does a way better job than this one. With this fiddle fretter you can actually feel the frets so you know where you're going, but these frets are so low that in my opinion you might as well leave them off altogether. I think that if you mainly play pop, fiddle or country music, that the fiddle fretter is a very, very handy little gadget. Also because in those music styles you mainly play in first position. Higher up the fingerboard things tend to get a bit tricky or messy, but in first position it works. If I made you curious and you want to try the fiddle fretter yourself as well, I'll leave a link down below to the website where I bought it. Also, I contacted Peter, who is the maker of the fiddle fretter, and I asked him why they are different in height. And he replied to me that the frets on both stickers are the same. I think he meant that the wires that are in the fiddle fretter are of the same thickness, but I guess that they feel different because they have different top layers. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure had lots of fun trying these out, and now I'm going to peel this one off again, so my acoustic violin will be a normal violin again. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one as well. Bye!